for MP-27 from Takara. This is IRONHIDE. Finally got him in. Was waiting, and yeah, he's a nice. His vehicle mode's great. It's a nice little cherry vignette from Nissan. Rolls really well. He's just a big boxy square. He's even kind of got the little face detail there inside the windshield for that old homage to the old toy. But yeah, the paint's good. I like the stripe. Not a whole lot to talk about in vehicle mode. He's a square boxy van that rolls. It was nice to see IRONHIDE again as this big boxy van and not the pickup trucks and various things we've seen him as over the last few years. And speaking of toy homages, he does come with all sorts of accessories on a little sled piece reminiscent of the way he transformed originally, where you could make the sled out of the back part of the van and then the other part formed the kind of dinky looking robot. The old toy was not great. So yeah, it's a nice little homage. You get some extra pieces. You can hold all of his accessories, the pistols, the long rifle, the jetpack, some flame things, a little arm sensor, various hand weapons up here, of course, the big thing. And the missile is actually a separate piece. A little launcher, you can pull it out. It doesn't spring fire, but it does come out if you wish. And then on the back, there's a secondary face that can store on the back, although that just by itself looks kind of creepy, like somebody melted IRONHIDE into a wall. So yeah, so like I said, it's nice that they're including all of this stuff. I would have been happy with maybe just a rifle and a pistol, just a couple of guns, because this will probably get, while the extra hands and weapons and arm things are neat, a lot of this stuff's probably just going to stay in the box for display. But it is nice that they included something like this. So on to Iron himself, he actually transforms fully from the van. He does not separate into two parts, as you may have picked up from my comments. So yeah, we'll go ahead and transform him here. And to do that, you want to just kind of separate these whole back parts here. These will form the legs. We want to flip these panels here out on the side. Actually, before we do that, there's an order here. You got to flip these wheels in, and they don't just fold into the side. You got to flip them all the way around on this joint and then fold them into the leg like that. Sometimes it helps if you fold them in like that, bring them back out, and then fold them in. Then this panel lifts up, flips around, and snaps into there. You can go ahead and separate the legs back here. So again, the side panel comes around, snaps into place there. Then this panel lifts down and fits over a little tab here on this piece, just like that. See, it locks it in. Same over here. Pull this out just a little bit, and that'll snap into place. Flip up or down, I guess, the bumpers form as heels, and then these toe pieces rotate around like this. Go ahead and bring the legs down a little bit. Pop these. You want to extend the legs here and rotate them around to the front. You can see he's got the ankle tilt, but we'll show that off when we get to robot mode. For the upper body, this whole piece comes up. This piece on the side lifts up and out. You want to pull this out a little bit, pull these wheel tabs out to the side here. And that will let you flip the legs down. And these panels rotate up just like this. We'll push them in here in a minute. This whole panel comes up and out. And then these panels flip up. I'm going to flip this out, flip this whole arm around right here. I have to lift this up a little bit to get the upper part here on camera. But you fold this all the way up, bring the arm down. Open up this panel here on the side and extend the arms here. Flip the fist out. And then fold this tab up. And then this is going to tab in here to form the arm. You can see, and there's his arm right there. Same on this side. Fold this whole assembly here and tab it in just like this. Open up the arm, extend it, flip the fist out, fold that up. all the way up. There we go. Tab that together. Bring his arm down. And have these panels sit like this. Go ahead and pull this up, kind of up and around right here. And then this piece comes up. This front piece here extends out. It's got a secondary armature that flips out. So you want to extend this whole piece out. And this folds down and under. And then around. You got to make sure, that's why you want to make sure the arms are flipped up first, because the arm panels actually go inside this piece. Folds down around like this. There we go. Get that folded all the way around. These latches come down and latch the shoulder pieces into place. Up a little higher here. This whole assembly comes up and pegs in right there. And then these panels push in, and then the wheels tab in right back here onto his back. And there is Ironhide in robot mode. So should we get them all? See if we can't get the light a little brighter here. So yeah, he's got some good posability. You can look up and down, side to side. Good range of motion in the head. He's got ratcheting shoulders in both directions here. He's got a bicep swivel, hinge elbows, wrist swivel, opening fingers. All one-piece fingers, but they do open. Does have a waist swivel. Doesn't have ratcheting legs, but forward and back on the legs. Thigh swivel. Ratcheting knees, and of course the ankle tilt there in the lower leg. So yeah, like many have said, these panels on the side, while a little bit of an eyesore, don't pop as bad in person. He does have wheels on his butt. They go round and round. So yeah, these little hip flaps here will move out of the way if you put him in longer poses. A little awkward, but trying to get some animation accuracy kind of on his crotch plate there. It would have been nice if these panels could have flipped up, even if they had rotated the other way, rotated up into here, it would have probably locked the waist joint. But getting these panels up into here somewhere to fill in this, because if you look at him from the side, you can see he does have a little bit of a open area through there. But a minor complaint considering they got that transformation down. And he's fun to transform, and that's part of it too. Like the way this whole top of the car comes together to form his upper body is really neat. The legs are pretty basic, but I do like all the panels that don't give him any hollow legs. I mean, he's got good solid legs there. So a pretty neat transformation. I'm very happy with it. Like I said, he does have all these accessories, and to pop his face off, you push on the back part of his face here, and it pushes the face out. And then you can put the screaming head on. Here's the two faces together. You got the stoic face and his upset face. And then you just pop the new one back on. Just like that. His jetpack comes off the sled here and can peg right here onto his back. And of course the jet, the flaming effects can plug into that if you want to have them. There's also a hole back here. I've seen people put it in, but let's not be rude. This, he's got his little radar dish that can plug into either forearm, which is kind of cool. You can actually plug, I think you have to plug it in where the backpack is, but I've seen pictures where they have this thing attached to his back up here like this. Dun, da, da, da. So you can give him that as a shoulder cannon. Obviously, these are all weapons that you can peg into his hand. It takes a little bit of work to wiggle them in there. So you can give him his larger rifle, or he's got two identical pistols like this. He can hold in his hands. And of course the hands themselves can come off. I think you actually need to No, the hands don't come off. Sorry. You can fold his hands up and use, these all come off. Any of these weapons can plug on to his forearms. You can give him that one. You can give him a straight hand with his finger guns. Or his round cannon here. So you've got a lot of options when it comes to giving Ironhide some weapons, which makes sense. He should have a lot of weapons. So yeah, that's all the accessories. I'm going to show off double handle and everything. And quick size comparisons. Here he is with MP-10. Just to give you an idea here, I'll get them right next to the, so they're on the same plane, so you can see about how they size together. And I think that looks good. Here he is with MP-28 Hot Rod. This is the official final release version of that. I finally picked him up. And this, like I said, the Generations Target Master mold fits in his hand. You can see it's in there. It's not... You can actually hold it pretty securely. So if you want Hot Rod to have a Target Master, I've seen people using the one that came with the Hasbro MP-9, but the Generations one looks better, I think, and fits in his hand quite securely. With some humans, here he is with the exosuit, whether you feel it's Spike or Daniel. I usually think it's Spike, but and then here's the humans that came with Masterpiece Ultra Magnus. You can see even these are a different scale. Not quite, but you can tell that this head is much bigger than either one of these. But however you want to have him, I think he looks good with the humans that are included with some of the other figures. He does come with his instruction sheet and bio card and all that good stuff. Well, my bio card's kind of all dinged up. Oh well. He also comes with, if he's scanning, when he's using his radar to scan the subterranean surface, it looks like a bug, but it's actually supposed to be like a 3D map of a subterranean surface, and you can tab that into his windscreen here. Kind of like how Soundwave had the stuff that went in his tape deck. It really just looks like he's smuggling a bug. Anyway. So that's just a little cardboard display piece, which they didn't have to include. It's laminated, so that's nice, I guess. But, yeah. Again, probably will just stay in the box with a lot of the rest of the accessories. But yeah, like many people have said, he's very impressive in hand. I know some of the early promo shots had people going, I don't know about that, but not perfect. Like I said, it would be nice if they had some way of filling in some of the gaps that you see from the side, much like MP-28. They look really good when you're playing with them. They're fun to transform. Both of them, I think, are fun to transform. But they get a little iffy if you turn them to the side. He's got the backpack. He's got the hollowness through his abdomen. But all in all, like I said, he is fun to transform, and that's really what I like out of my Transformers. So I've been transforming him back and forth all weekend, even though I didn't need to. It's just, it was something to do, and it's fun enough that and it's compelling enough that it makes me want to keep doing it. So that is a win in my book. Some of the Masterpiece figures have been, they look really neat. They look great in both modes, but their transformations are not, oh, that was so much fun. And these two guys, him and Ironhide, have been, they're just a lot of fun to transform, on top of they make really nice display pieces. So finally got him in. There he is. He's great. MP-28 Ironhide.